What is good, you guys? The Detroit Pistons fall to the Sacramento Kings 110 to 107. If y'all just saw the clip that I just showed, Dennis Smith Jr. took flight. Although we took the loss, there were a lot of positives from the game. Let's start off with the man, Dennis Smith Jr. He was coming into his own tonight, especially in the third quarter. The man was driving. He was driving into the paint. He was hitting threes. He was moving the ball. He was passing. He just played a really good game. And his defense has also gotten a lot better from where it was in the beginning. He was kind of like he wasn't well conditioned. You could tell he was kind of out of shape because he hadn't played so long. So he's getting better and better each game. And yeah, props to Dennis Smith. Create a highlight reel, and yeah, man, that's a big positive from the game. But then let's also get into Saben Lee. My boy Saben Lee had a nice game, had around 8 points. I like how he's fast, but he's able to control the game. He can control the game pretty well. It's not like he's out of control. He keeps the ball. He's very steady. He knows when to pick up his speed, and he was blowing by Corey Joseph the entire game. So props to Saben Lee and Dennis Smith Jr. for keeping that point guard rotation alive. I wanted to start off with the positives before I get into the negatives. So let's get into the negatives. First, let's just talk about the game. Okay, what the hell are the Pistons doing? Okay, I know it's like a tank season, but like it's pretty obvious players and coaches aren't tanking. They actually want to win these games, which is 100% fine. But why the hell are we purposely missing free throws with like 13 seconds left on the clock? Like, I don't get it. Like, Josh Jackson's like a terrible free throw shooter, and it's been established he's just not good at free throws. And you still want to have him intentionally miss it. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Even with Dennis Smith Jr., like, scores like 107, 105. Why not just try to hit the free throw? You don't need to make it. You don't need to try this. Because, the intentionally miss barely works. Like, the success rate of that is very low. There's only like one time I remember this happening. That was when Russell Westbrook hit the three against the Rockets. Shout out if you remember that play. But it doesn't work that often. It's not a high percentage play. So why not just let Dennis Smith just like shoot the free throw? Unless if they were trying to get in this team tank thing, they're like, oh, you know what, we just trying to blow this game away. But props to Dwayne Casey for making that challenge call. That was good to put Jackson on the line. But yeah, no, we just blew it from there. Also, the Kings, their centers, Raquan Holmes, it was just Raquan Holmes and Marvin Bagley. Both of them were eating up Mason Plumlee in the paint. Now, Plumlee, he's got his stats going for him, and he's played decent, but like that man's when you have a center that is a little bit more athletic or is like polished around the rim, it's a rip to Plumlee at times. Like Holmes was feasting on Plumlee. He was getting all the rebounds, blocking other people's shots. It was kind of tough to watch. Mason Plumlee didn't really look like himself. I think on the first play of the game, or one of the first plays, he just had a turnover. It was from that moment I knew Mason Plumlee just wasn't going to have the best of his games. But on that note, yeah, it was a rough game for Plumlee. It was a rough game for Ellington. The players who could care less about, Ellington's getting moved. But yeah, let's talk about some other players. Let's talk about Sadiq Bey, Sadiq Trey, or how people make him Sadiq Bey. He hit 5 threes in today's game, played some nice defense. That's mainly it. I honestly thought they may get the ball to Sadiq Bey to tie the game, but they didn't. He's just got to keep doing his thing. He's got to keep shooting. I see his ceiling as pretty high. I was reading something, so some people think he can be a good third option on the team. I think he could probably be a second option. I know like he's just shooting threes, but I really feel like there's something there with his mid-range and his post-game. I feel like he can bully people down low. He's just not really had that many opportunities to do it. But as long as he's spotting up, I mean, it's money. It's cash money from there. With the occasional miss every now and then, but like it is straight cash. It's straight cash from there. So props to Sadiq. He's really honing it down at the starting lineup. So that's good for him. As for the other young guys, Sekou Doumbouya just looks lost out there. I'm not going to give up on him. I'm not going to give up. Although, I know it's like kind of weird that Sekou has been getting a pass because other players like Killian Hayes, people are so hard on him. But, with Sekou, the kid, I don't know if he needs I don't know. He just looks lost on the court. He just doesn't even look like he belongs. He's like scared to attack the rim. He's really scared to get physical. He looks like kind of soft out there, to be quite honest. So I don't know if he needs to get more conditioning in, or he needs to like get back in the G League, or they need to just like work on his game, but something needs to change, or his work ethic. I don't know. Something needs to change with Sekou. It needs to happen fast. His stock is probably the lowest, I would say, out of all the Pistons as of right now. His stock is like going down the most, but I still believe in him. I don't think I think it's too early to give up on Sekou. He's only 20 years old, so hopefully we keep on seeing more consistency from him. I want him to stop shooting threes. I want him to just slash. That's his bread and butter. Just slashing to the rim, attacking the rim. All he does is shoot threes, and he can make those occasionally, but right now he's in a cold streak. So yeah, that basically wraps up this game. Shout out to the Sacramento Kings. 9-game losing streak snap for them. I honestly was hoping their coach Luke Walton would get fired. So I mean, they get him for another game, and they look good. They had some moments where they were kind of trashed, and Buddy Hield is, I don't know if that's their solution there at shooting guard, but props to them. They took the dub. That's gonna wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for Pistons and Knicks. And take care, guys. Peace.